Hey everybody, it's time for another Tag It Tuesday video. This is for the month of February 2017, and our focus or theme this month is to use geometric shapes, squares, circles, etc. And I'm just starting out with 3 of my shipping tags that I'm coating with gesso. And now here I'm just taking one of my new stencils from Stencil Girl and some light modeling paste, doing the same thing on another one with a different stencil, and then the third one I'm going to leave plain and not do any stenciling on. And I'm going to work primarily with Lindy's Magicals, which are lovely mica powders, lots of shimmer. All the ones that I have the shimmer in them. They make them that are flat that don't have that, but you know, I gotta have my shimmer. A little of this powder goes a long ways using it like this, so you can see that I've just sprinkled some on there, hit it with the water, come back and hit it with some more water and pick up some of that color, dry it, etc. I decided my color wasn't quite saturated enough, so I added a little bit more there. Same idea here on the next tag. Now this is the one that has the pebbles, the circly pebbles on it, which kind of remind me of like stones, river rock, that are smooth. And I'm just using 2 colors here, and normally when I do all this drawing stuff I cut this out, but I wanted you to see how if you dry it in stages and then go back and pick up some of that's on your craft mat, dry it a bit more, pick up some more, you can create the runs and the splatters and the drips and things that we all like to see on our projects just with using the same colors. You don't have to add anything extra, you just do it in stages. And of course I'll add all the links below to the products that I've used so you'll know what colors of the Magicals that I've used. And now we're working on tag number 3, and this was the stencil that had the squares and circles and rectangles on it. And I'm going to kind of work these in individual colors. I don't want quite so much muddling together of the colors, so I'm working with that yellow, let it dry, add the lighter green, let some of it dry, add the darker green, and then you'll see I'll do the same process. Dry it, pick up some more off the mat, dry it, pick up some more. Kind of wish I'd put gloves on because I had just been to have my nails done earlier in the day. And like I now have pink and purple and green stains all around my pretty fingernails, but what the heck, it'll wear off eventually. And these tags, especially this one, I really liked just the way it was. I didn't want to add more stuff to most of these tags, but I ended up adding stuff to them anyway. Okay, back to the pink and blue, purple and blue tag. I'm taking some craft paint and I'm just going to finger paint some circles on here. I'm going to turn these into flowers, at least that's my plan. And you'll see I'll dry some of this and go back over that darker color because I decided it was a little bit too intense. So I'll come back over it with some of the pink and the purple to kind of tone that down a little bit. And I'm looking at this thinking, oh good Lord, I have totally ruined this pretty pink and blue tag when I did these circles on there. But it all came out all right in the end. They say patience is a virtue. I think it's highly overrated. Alright, so here I'm going to fix it. Make it look like what I had in my mind with my white Posca pen. And I'm just doing some very scribbly kind of lines and things on these dots that I have done and kind of turning them into, I don't know, I guess you'd call them roses maybe, or carnations. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm turning them into flowers, dang it. Gonna ink the edges on this one. This is Archival Ink Rose Madder. one of my favorite colors, of course, because it's pink. Okay, now we're working on the pebble tag, and I'm taking my Stabilo All pencil, and I'm not going to do every single circle on this. I just want a few to be emphasized with the darkness around them. So I'm just using that Stabilo All pencil and an aqua brush. Now these magicals will move a little bit when you hit them with water, so you kind of have to be careful unless that's what you're going for. So I tried to use a real light hand on these. Again, just emphasizing a few of them, giving them some depth around them, and then I'm going to come back and add some highlights to them as well. Alright, so I started out thinking I could use my metallic gold gelato to give the highlights that I wanted on those individual stones, and it just wasn't enough. I wanted something a little bit more dramatic and different. So I realized this doesn't work, so I pull out my metallic luster in champagne ice and use that instead, and that's much more the effect that I was going for. This is great stuff, and a little goes a long ways. And putting it around the edge as well. Of course, always have to edge stuff. You know, you guys know that now. Alright, now on to tag number 3. I'm going to go around this with some other archival ink. This is leaf green is the name of this color. And I'm going to back all of these tags with coordinating cardstock. I spared you all the gluing and cutting on most of those. So I back this one with a nice dark brown, and then I go over where the hole is at and I cut that again with my crocodile so that I can put ribbon, lace, whatever through those. And I like this the way it is, so I just picked out a couple of word stickers to put on here. This says "Be Calm," because when I think about these river stones that are smooth, that the water has washed over, it's just kind of a calming thing. Alright, here's the roses tag. Same idea. Mat it onto some coordinating cardstock, punch out that hole, and I'm going to add some words to this one too. I think it says Discover Beauty, I believe. And then I'm going to add a few accents with my white jelly pen, and that's really it. Like I said, I was pretty pleased with how all of these tags turned out, and I didn't really want to do a whole lot more to them to cover up what I'd already done. A little outlining there with my Copic multi-liner around the words. And then I'm going to add some dots, some stars, and go all the way around the edge of that darker backing cardstock, just with some simple dots. And to me, this is the hardest thing about mixed media. I never know where to stop. I just keep wanting to add. So this was a good exercise for me in restraint. And also, and I didn't mention this earlier, I tried not to get up and go wander around my craft room and get more stuff. I tried to use what was just within arm's reach, either on my table or on my Raskog cart, and not go get any more. So that was also a good exercise in restraint for me, because I kept having to resist the urge to go get other stuff. Alright, this is tag number 3, and this is the one I really didn't want to do anything to. I mean, nothing. I really liked it just the way it was. But I pulled out some green and amber colored rhinestones, and I'm going to add a couple of word stickers to this one as well. It says, "Be Yourself," and I'm just gluing these on with heavy matte gel, super gloss gel. I forget. I'll link it below. It's the Liquitex product. That's the super heavy gloss gel, I believe is what it's called. And then add some stickers and outline those, do a little doodling, and that's about it. Like I said, I was happy with these, which is unusual. I'm rarely immediately happy with something that I do. I always want to add, do this, do that, take away, whatever. I was tickled with these. I think they came out all right. So and it just goes to show you don't have to use a whole lot of materials, that you can get depth and texture and interest in your project without going bananas adding stuff to it. And that's a nice refreshing change once in a while. Here's some doodling around the edge with the Copic multi-liner, and again, that's about it. And you'll see in the still photos at the ends, I did add some lace and things, or ribbon to the tops, and that's about it. So I hope you'll come over to the Facebook group. I will link that below as well, and join in our monthly challenges of doing altered tags. I give you a different focus or theme every month and just let you just have at it. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of great people, a lot of wonderful artists, and it's great to see the different interpretations each month. So come on over and join us, and in the meantime, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for coming by, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.